What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Houssem Aouar's Liverpool transfer is now looking increasingly likely after reports emerged in Italy and England that this transfer saga is getting very interesting, because Liverpool are now strong contenders to sign Houssem Aouar. So we will dive deep into this topic in this video and also many other news regarding Liverpool FC. So if you enjoy these, leave a like, subscribe if you are new around here. So Houssem Aouar is a 22-year-old French international playing for Lyon. He is 175 centimeters tall, 5 foot 9 inches tall, and he's one of the biggest talents coming out in coming from France. And he's regularly scoring 7 to 9 goals every season since he started playing regularly for Lyon. In his first full season already, he scored 7 goals as a 17-18-year-old, and then he scored 7 in the next season. He scored 9 goals last season, and this season he already has 6 goals in 29 appearances, and the season is not even finished. Lyon are trying to win the French league title. It's a 4-horse title race in the French league, so we shouldn't call them the Farmers League. I've always found that a little bit disrespectful, because there are some exciting great teams in France who play good football, and now they are having one of the most exciting and interesting title races of any of the top 5 leagues really. And the reason why Italy is the source of these reports is because Juventus have looked to be one of the main suitors for Aouar, but Italian outlet Calciomercato now suggests that Liverpool have moved into pole position to sign Houssem Aouar. Jurgen Klopp could do with adding more creativity into his team, and I think we desperately lack a goal-scoring midfielder. Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, they should have been the players who score goals regularly, but they are almost always injured or unreliable. And Wijnaldum is playing in a deeper role than he's playing for the Netherlands, because Wijnaldum has the potential to score goals regularly for Liverpool, but he very rarely gets into goal-scoring positions for Liverpool. It's a different story for the Netherlands, but they are playing different tactics. And I think it would be a really important for Liverpool to get a midfielder next season who regularly scores 10 goals or something around that, because right now Liverpool are relying solely on their front three to score goals, and that's not good enough, because when Firmino and Mane are not scoring, then Salah can't score just alone enough goals for Liverpool to win games. And also it's pretty obvious that Liverpool will need to sign a Wijnaldum replacement in the summer. Last summer there was talk of Aouar costing 50-60 million pounds, but after the pandemic or during the pandemic I think those prices go down, so we would be probably able to sign Aouar for around 40-45 million pounds, which I think would be brilliant value for money, because even if you sell Aouar in 5-6 years, he would still command the same transfer fee as he commands right now, adjusted for inflation of course, or maybe even more, because Aouar is just 22 years old. So even in 5 years time he won't be an old player, he will be just 27 in his prime. And if Liverpool want to cash in, then we could recoup our money and maybe even make a tidy profit on him. And Aouar is a very versatile attacking midfielder who can play basically anywhere across the midfield, and he has been praised for his excellent technical ability and calmness with the ball at his feet. He can also carry the ball forward and be a goal threat, scoring 7 to 9 goals on average. I think bodes very well for Liverpool in terms of Liverpool needing a goal-scoring midfielder, because the qualities that Aouar possesses, they are very highly valued in Jurgen Klopp's football system, in Jurgen Klopp's tactical setup, and Jurgen Klopp's team has lacked any real inventiveness going forward, and also we badly lacked goals from midfield. I think that's stating the obvious, you know that already. And I think the Jurgen Klopp's team has a huge hole in their side, because any of our attacking midfielders, Xherdan Shaqiri, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, the goal-scoring midfielders, they have lacked any real consistency in this Liverpool team. They very rarely play a bunch of games in a row. I mean, our usual midfielders, Henderson, Fabinho, and Wijnaldum, and none of them really are goal-scoring midfielders. Wijnaldum could be, but he's playing a different role for Liverpool, so he's not really getting into goal-scoring positions. I mean, Wijnaldum only has 2 goals this season, and that speaks volumes, I think. And Aouar is a Lyon Youth Academy player. He joined the Lyon Reserves and Academy side at the age of 11, and he signed a 3-year professional contract at Lyon in July 2016. He made his first team debut in 2017. Actually, in the Europa League, he made his debut. And Aouar is of Algerian descent, but he chose the French national team because he was born in France, and he holds Juninho and Zinedine Zidane as role models. Juninho was an incredible free kick taker for Lyon. I grew up watching him take free kicks for Lyon from 40 yards, banging them in left, right, and center. And you might ask, where will Liverpool find the money to make all these signings without Champions League football? But actually, Jurgen Klopp recently confirmed that missing out on Champions League will not affect Liverpool's transfer plans. Jurgen Klopp said, I don't think that Champions League qualification will affect Liverpool's transfer plans either way. We cannot, if we cannot make the Champions League, it's not good, but I don't think it will change anything. The situation is difficult before, and it will be difficult after. The pandemic affects Liverpool's revenue more, and also Liverpool had almost the highest wage bill in their history, I think, last year. But because Liverpool will probably miss out on Champions League football and we didn't win any trophies this season, the wages will be significantly lower, because how the wages are constructed is you have a lot of bonuses and a lot of payments had to be made for players for qualifying for the Champions League, for winning the Champions League, for winning the Premier League. And this season we won't probably pay any of those bonuses, so the wages will be significantly lower. And also we are selling Harry Wilson, Divock Origi, Xherdan Shaqiri, and maybe even Oxlade-Chamberlain. And Lazio are interested in buying Xherdan Shaqiri, according to some Lazio and the Serie A outlets. Roma and Lazio and even Sevilla are interested in Xherdan Shaqiri. Shaqiri has registered just 13 Premier League appearances for Liverpool this season, most of them coming from the bench. And I think Shaqiri should start more often. With Liverpool struggling for creativity, struggling for goals this season, Shaqiri from midfield really I think he would score and assist more goals if he played regularly. But maybe Jurgen Klopp doesn't trust him tactically. I'm not sure what the issue is. I really love Shaqiri as a player. I'm very sad to see him go. I would play him ahead of Wijnaldum on current form, that's for sure, because Wijnaldum right now is not really playing in the best of form. And James Pearce also shared that after Brexit, Premier League clubs are no longer able to bolster their academy ranks by signing under-18 players from foreign countries. Nurturing homegrown talent is more important than ever. So on that front, Liverpool are ahead of the curve, and that's a really, really good sign, good news. And Alex Inglethorpe, one of the assistant managers at Liverpool, said that the earliest anyone at Liverpool knew a player was Premier League quality, it was Michael Owen, and everybody knew at 14 years old that Michael Owen was Premier League quality, but the average is around from 16 to 18 years old. And also the academy director Alex Inglethorpe said, it will change things, Brexit, but we have been preparing for it for a while. Different clubs will be affected to a different degree, in a different measure. It won't change our approach. We will target homegrown talent, and we already signed players like Harvey Elliott and also Kyle Gordon, who is playing very, very well for under 18 side, scoring goals, getting assists. So the future is bright for Liverpool's youngsters as well. And let's talk about Harry Wilson, who is 24 years now, and I think he will look to move away from Liverpool in the summer. What is crazy to me is that Harry Wilson made his Liverpool debut in Jurgen Klopp's first full season in charge, and also he made his Wales debut for the Welsh national team in 2013. That is absolutely crazy. But 8 years later, in 2021, Wilson is still not a regular Liverpool player. He is in fact on loan in the second division. And Wilson himself feels that he needs to change clubs to really go to the next level. I feel my senior career has been elsewhere so far. 150, 200 appearances deep now, and only a couple have been at Liverpool. The club will always be close to my heart, but if it means moving away to further my career, then so be it. And I think Wilson has done everything to be given a proper chance by Jurgen Klopp, but Jurgen Klopp just never fancied him, and probably he's not a Liverpool level player. He's probably a player who would do well at a mid-table club somewhere like Newcastle, but at Liverpool the standards are like so high that just Harry Wilson maybe wasn't good enough according to Jurgen Klopp. And you know what, I trust his judgment. He's a very experienced manager, and he probably knew that Harry Wilson wasn't really Liverpool quality. I mean, he's playing in the Championship, and he's not like the best player in the league or anything like that. And Harry Wilson played 35 games in the Championship for Cardiff, and he only has 4 goals, but he has 11 assists, so he was involved in 15 goals. And to be honest, last season in the Premier League for Bournemouth, he had 7 goals in just 31 games in a team that got relegated. So you could argue that last season Harry Wilson had a better season in the Premier League than this season in the Championship, but he's scoring for Wales. He scored in the UEFA Nations League, and he scored in the World Cup qualifier for Wales as well. And I would have given him a squad role this season for Liverpool, but of course Jurgen Klopp is a much better judger of a player than I am. And Cardiff won't get promoted to the Premier League. They are already out of the playoffs, it's confirmed. So Harry Wilson will probably sign for a mid-table Premier League side. I really want to see him in the Premier League. I will be honest, I really like him as a player, but maybe not at Liverpool, but at a Newcastle, for example. I really would think that he would do well there. And Ozan Kabak recently gave a very nice interview to the Liverpool website, saying that, yeah, I'm quite experienced. I played in Champions League, Bundesliga, and then the Premier League. I had to grow up very quickly. At that age, 18 years old, playing in the Champions League and for Galatasaray, one of the biggest clubs in Turkey, we had to win every game. There is a lot of fans, and you need to make them happy every week. They expect a lot from you, so this makes you an adult much quicker. That's exactly what I did at the time. For a young lad, I've benefited from that a lot. Obviously, playing games helps you to settle into new places or a new league. That's why I think adaptation was not that hard for me. I mean, I settled in easier than someone else maybe would. And Kabak also spoke about some very interesting things as a defender. He said, as a defender, I think you need to smell the danger and you need to see it before it happens. I don't know how it's called in English, but you need to guess where's the danger and you need to go there and cover. You need to be intelligent. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But it's about experience too, I think. Our friend Virgil van Dijk, for example, he's so good at this job. He does it very well because he's a really experienced guy and he knows his football. So I try to do my best. And game by game, I think I got better on this. I'm a calm person, so maybe it comes from there. In youth teams, I was always captain. In Turkey national teams, so maybe it comes from there as well. But I think it's just character. You don't have to work on it. It just comes naturally. And also Kabak said, I analyze every striker before the game with video analysis. I ask the guys who work in here for their videos and I work on it. Before the game, I know which foot is stronger and what the abilities are of this striker. It helps me a lot because then it's easier to guess the striker's next movements. And I really hope that we sign Ozan Kabak in the summer transfer window. I think for £18 million he's an absolute bargain because he has a very high ceiling for his potential. So I really hope Liverpool will sign him. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.